Hey everybody, today is Wednesday, November the 4th, and as you probably all know, we still do not have a new president chosen. So while we wait in anticipation of who is going to be our president for the next 4 years, today we are going to talk about some deciduous leaves. So remember, there's two types of trees. There's the trees that never lose their leaves all year, and they're called evergreens. And then we've got the trees that every time it starts to get cold, they turn beautiful colors and their leaves all fall off. And I know how we all feel about making leaf piles to jump in and to play in, but let's talk about why those leaves turn colors. Okay, so I've got here, Madeline and I went on a little nature walk this morning and we collected some leaves. So here I have a green leaf. It's starting to turn, but it's mostly still green. Our leaves are green because they are going through the process of photosynthesis and creating their own food using energy from the sun, nutrients from the ground, and water and carbon dioxide that they breathe in. So during that process, what they make is a very important thing for the plant called chlorophyll. That's how they make their food, and that is what makes their leaves green. So you can see my bushes over here. I've got lots of plants that are still green, and they are making chlorophyll. And you can see on these, on the Indian hawthorn, they're starting to turn red and purple and a little bit of orange. So here in my pile, I found as many different colors as I could for right beside my house. And so I've got some reds and some purples, some orange and yellows, and a brown. Okay, so in every leaf all year, even though we can't see it, there are 4 different pigmentations in our leaf. So our different pigments have different special names, and pigment is what color is. So chlorophyll obviously makes our green color that we see. When leaves are close enough to the sun that they can use photosynthesis to make chlorophyll, all we can see is the green. But there's 3 other colored pigments that are in every leaf, and we don't always get to see them. My leaves are blowing away. We've got, hang on, the wind has picked up. Okay, so we've got xanthophylls. Xanthophylls are what give leaves their yellow color. Carotenoids give the orange color, and anthocyanins give the red and the purple colors. So as the seasons change and it gets colder out, the earth tilts further away from the sun, and trees are very, very sensitive to the environment around them. So the trees start to notice when it's starting to get colder, the days are getting shorter, and so that triggers the leaves to stop making chlorophyll. It says it's almost winter, it's time to prepare, okay? So the leaves stop making chlorophyll, and when they stop making chlorophyll, their other pigments can show through. So depending on what color those leaves have the most of is what color they're going to turn when they start to change. So we can see in this little leaf has a lot of xanthophylls and carotenoids. And we can see that our Indian hawthorn leaf has a lot of anthocyanins. Okay? And we found these really amazing purple leaves, and they also have a lot of anthocyanins. Now, one thing that we need to talk about is, what about plants that have purple leaves all year? Maybe you've seen some, maybe you have some at your house, and they're still making chlorophyll, but those leaves are special because they have so many anthocyanins that all you can see is the purple or the red, and you can't see the green chlorophyll. So that's pretty cool. It kind of masks the chlorophyll. Now, when we have a brown leaf, these leaves are not dead yet. These leaves are turning a beautiful color, and they're not dead. Now, they're not still producing chlorophyll, and these are all fallen off of their tree, so they're not getting water anymore, so they're not going to be alive very much longer. But the beautiful leaves that we see, maybe you can see this tree, it's kind of far away. Maybe you can see the colors. The whole top is yellow and orange, and those leaves are still alive on the tree. And when they fall off, they're not all the way dead yet. It's when they turn brown and are crunchy. So this leaf, you can tell, is all the way dried up, and all of its pigmentation is gone, and all that's left is our brown. So usually the leaves are turning brown when it's been really, really cold and it's killed the leaves. You can also tell in the springtime or in the summer, especially in the summer around here when we don't get a lot of rain. Sometimes the leaves on your bushes or on your trees might start to turn a little bit brown, and that just indicates that they're struggling to survive. They need more water, because especially around here, it gets really, really hot. And that happened to our hydrangea bush this summer, which still looks very sad, but the back half of it was not getting enough water, and the leaves started to droop and turn brown, but it came back. But now it's starting to droop, and it's probably ready to be pruned for the winter. So our trees, our deciduous trees, when they lose their leaves, they don't die for the winter. They go dormant, and basically it means that they're going to sleep for the winter. And then when they start to feel the earth warming back up, when springtime comes around, it will wake them up, and they'll start to produce leaves again, and then those leaves will start to produce chlorophyll, and that's how we get all of our beautiful new green leaves every springtime. Okay, so this is the why they're changing colors, and let's talk a little bit about our leaf parts. Now, leaves come in lots of different shapes. As you can see, I have some different shapes around here. I got some tulip poplar leaves, some leaves like this. And because I'm not a super amazing artist, I chose to draw an easy leaf shape for you guys to see. And I'm just going to kind of show you the very main parts of a leaf, okay? So our big part here, all of our main actual leaf, like this one, is called the blade, or another word for it is the lamina. Our leaves have veins inside of them, just like your body has veins, but your body and the veins transport blood and nutrients. And in the tree, it produces water, or it transports water and nutrients. And this, we usually call it a stem, but it's not really the stem. This is the petiole. The petiole also has little veins that go up it, and it connects what would be the stem here. And so it allows the water and the nutrients to come to the leaves through little veins that run through it as well. Some leaves have these little flaps at the base of the petiole. It's called the stipule, and they're there for protection. And usually once the petiole gets big enough that it can support itself, those kind of fall away and they don't need them anymore. Okay, the main vein in your leaf, that big ridge that runs right down the middle, if you flip your leaf over, you'll be able to see it the best. This is called the midrib, and it's the main vein that's connected to the petiole, and then the smaller veins come off of it. All right, the top of your leaf is called the apex, which I forgot to label on this diagram. So what I want you guys to do today, there's two things. The first thing is, if you can go outside, if you have some trees around, see if you can find some deciduous trees and make a little leaf connection, collection, sorry. If you can make a little leaf collection, see if you can find some of these parts that we talked about today. See if you can figure out where's the blade, where's the petiole, does it have stipules? It might not. Can you find the apex or the point of your leaf? And can you see the midrib and any veins? Like you can see really good on this leaf here. All right. Now, one thing you can do with your leaf collection is you can make a beautiful piece of art called a leaf rubbing. And all you need is a piece of blank paper a leaf and either a crayon, or if you have chalk pastels at your house, those would work too. Whatever you have, that'll work at your house. You're gonna put your paper on top of that leaf. My paper's super thick, so I'm hoping that it's gonna work. And then if you're using crayons, you're gonna wanna peel that paper off of your crayon so that you can have the whole side. And then I'm gonna hold it down with my feet because I'm holding my phone to make this video. And you're gonna rub over your leaf like this. And then you're gonna be left with a beautiful leaf rubbing. So you could do lots of colors and different leaves together to make an abstract piece of art. Okay, my camera will not flip around during a video, so I will let you look upon this beautiful piece of art that Madeline made for you guys this morning. She made you a garden. While I tell you about your challenge for the day. Your challenge today is going to be a math challenge, okay? So if you are in first grade or kindergarten, what I need for you to do is to come up with an addition equation that has a little story behind it, okay? So I want it to be something that is based on nature, or, oh, let me show you our hawk that lives in our neighborhood. It's flying low looking for my dog. It looks for my dog every day because I have a little dog. Okay, so back to the math problem. So you could think of something that reminds you of fall. You could do pumpkins, you could do turkeys, you could do leaves, acorns, squirrels, chipmunks, whatever you want to do. And you're going to come up with an addition equation, okay? So let me turn my rubbing over so you can see what I mean. So I'm going to pretend like on my nature walk today, Madeline and I saw a squirrel's nest, and we saw 2 grown-up squirrels. Okay, so I have 2 grown-up squirrels. Those 2 grown-up squirrels had 3 baby squirrels. So we're gonna add 3 baby squirrels to their family. And then we're gonna figure out how many total squirrels are in our family now. I know that 2 plus 3 more equals 5 total squirrels. So you can either just do numbers with the story, or you could use words. You could say 2 squirrels plus 3 squirrels equals 5 squirrels. Or you could draw a picture of it. I'm gonna draw stick people because, well, maybe I can try to make a stick squirrel. There's its big fluffy tail. Okay, there's my stick squirrel. Then I need 2 more. So 2 squirrels plus 1, 2, 3 squirrels equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total squirrels. Okay, so you have 3 options. What I want you to do is make your equation, find your yellow folder, and put your equation into the return to school side, so when we come back together you can bring it and I can look at it, okay? Now, if you're in 2nd grade or 3rd grade, you're going to do something similar, but you are going to write for me using words a math word problem, okay? It can be any of the 4 operations. So you can use addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. All right, so maybe, for example, if I wanted to make one using division, I might say, I saw a family of 5 squirrels collecting acorns for winter. They collected 20 total acorns. How many acorns will each squirrel get to eat? And that's going to be what you turn into me, okay? And so the answer would be 4 acorns each, because 20 divided by 5 squirrels equals 4 acorns each. Alrighty, so I want you guys to use actual words and sentences to come up with a word problem that somebody could solve. So you're not going to solve it for me. I want you to know what the answer is, but I don't want you to solve it for me. I want you to bring me back to school a word problem that has something to do with something you would see or find in fall, okay? All right, guys, so that is what we have today. Madeline, say hi. Oh, she's a pig. All right, guys. Well, I miss you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great afternoon.